This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
Yo, what is up YouTube? Evolution here, back with another PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 6 information video here on the channel. So let's begin. I got a couple of topics we're going to be talking about in this video. We got the PS5 update 13.42. We'll be talking about the PlayStation 6 and physical disc being gone. So the first day of the month of July, PlayStation support said PS5 system software update 13.42 is now available to download. If you want a future JB, I recommend that you stay away from 13.42 and you stay on 13.40 or lower. All right, moving on, we got a tweet by NanoSpeed Gamer. He said he was on 13.42 testing out Lua, the userland bug, and it still works on the latest version. So that is also good news. And this update came out today, by the way. Moving on, PlayStation, they made a tweet saying important updates, news on physical disc for new games, news on PlayStation Store on PS3 and PlayStation Vita. So let's hear on what they said about that. Today, they said physical disc production is ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles. All of my people out there who actually collect discs, you are in big trouble when it comes to 2028 of January because you will no longer be able to do this. And here is why. Digital downloads account for roughly 85 to 95% of all video game sales, with physical media, which is disc, making up the remaining 5 to 15%. This creates a market share difference of 70 to 90% in favor of digital distribution. So there is your answer on why PlayStation or Sony is doing this, because most of their sales are digital and not physical. So with them getting rid of physical discs in January of 2028, it all makes sense because everyone's doing digital instead of buying the physical disc. We don't have to talk about PC gaming. It's already digital. And Nintendo Switch is digital and physical. Now do you see why Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't have a disc and you have to use a code? It all makes sense now, doesn't it? Dex on Twitter said Grand Theft Auto 6 is unlikely to run at 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro. Remind you that this console was $700 and the CPU will be the biggest limitation. We got PlayStation Plus swearing at Sony right now on Twitter. We demand ownership, not an effing license that can be revoked at any time, which he is really true about. So having the disc is a lot better, huh? We got a tweet by this guy on Twitter. He said the state of the world economy is exactly why discs were awesome, because you could buy them off of someone for cheap. Now it won't be possible. So reselling disc after 2028 of January is going to be tragic. We also got Tom Warren on Twitter. He said Sony gets ready to scrap disc for PlayStation games. Xbox is quietly working on a disc to digital future. It will allow you to digitize a physical game collection. Xbox is testing it internally. So they see what's going on. All right. Another thing I want to talk about that PlayStation made a tweet about earlier, PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita PlayStation stores are closing starting August 2026. Mexico, Honduras, Nicaragua, PlayStation Store on PlayStation 3 will close starting August 2026. Additional Latin American and Middle Eastern countries as well. PlayStation Store on PS3 will close starting late 2026. In all other countries, PlayStation Store on PS3 and PS Vita will close in July of 2027 of next year of this same month that we're in right now. Crazy. Tom Henderson making a tweet saying PlayStation's no disc plans for 2028 could hint at a PlayStation 6 release date. Oh, that is crazy. And Tom Henderson's a very reliable leaker, okay? Push Square making a tweet saying that the PlayStation 6 will be a digital console and Sony has huge questions to answer about backwards compatibility. Oh, yes, they do. They have a lot of questions to answer when it comes to compatibility. If I buy a PlayStation 6 console, I should be able to play PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 games with a disc on my PlayStation 6. Instead of it where I'm signed into PlayStation Network, I have to go to my library and download all the games again on that PlayStation 6, or I can just pop in a disc. They give me a digital code to download the game. If it has to be that way, fuck it. But at the same time, if I get a PlayStation 6 or you get one, we should be able to play PS4 and 5 games on that fucking console. unless they come out with a disc tray that has support for PS4 and 5 games. So when you open that PlayStation 6 console from that box, it better have a disc tray for us to play PS4 and 5 games on this PS6 console. So they can still change things around before it does come out. Don't think that Sony can't do that. They can do it. So if we keep nagging at Sony, they might change their mind and say, all right, we won't make this console fully digital. You have to use your voice when it comes to these type of situations, because if they hear our voice, they might stop it. So I'm gonna close out in this video. PlayStation 5 update 13.42 has been released today, and they also dropped all this info on our head today. So I just wanted to cover everything that you need to know about. So I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Make sure you leave a like. Tell me what console firmware version that you're on for the PlayStation 5, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.